From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Get out. So we're going to 54. Wide in. Here go 46. 46.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide in. It's coming now. Strike that over there. Strike that.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, 40 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his first pass is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Black 58, Rail! Black 58!
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. David Irving able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he is all the way up past the 25. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. So
Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Go, get out there, get out there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw is Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, let's finish now. Under. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's coming now.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He finds Hearns left side. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Caught, Kelce, left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan. All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Come on. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
There we go, kill. There we go, 46. 26.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Prescott now on second down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nigel Bradham not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Philadelphia coming back onto the field. We've kind of documented their injury issues when we were talking about Alshon Jeffrey been out. Jay Ajayi, issues at running back. But some other guys, they've really stepped up, have they not, CD?
They certainly have. And you remember Corey Clement, one of the heroes in their Super Bowl win with a touchdown catch in that game. He had 56 yards rushing, as did Wendell Smallwood. And Dallas Goedert, the rookie tight end out of South Dakota State, best game of his young career. 7 catches, 73 yards, and his first NFL touchdown.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Throwing on first is Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Tokyo! 81, 81. Here we go. 120. Black, come on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
6-5-2. Great. Black.
Wentz now on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's got it complete to Perkins. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. It's caught right side. It turns. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down. The give is to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Hey, 47. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And now running right through it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
46. Gun. Get out. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Sproles, the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Run. Lion.
Wentz to throw on second down. Being chased out left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
His throw caught right around the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Run.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On the ball.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Come on. 82.
Wentz gonna throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And an alley. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. The 20, 10, and he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, 47. Right there, over there. Right there. Here you go. 26.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. 46. 46. Done. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Austin's got it left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Hey, 47.
Now Dak on the option left. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. Done. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here you go. Stay quick. Go. Get out there. What do you think?
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
On the ball. Like.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. Give him 30 yards there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lion.
Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Fighting through. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Matthews. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Black. Great. Go.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Hey, 47.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Here we go, 47. Then we'll go into 53. Here we go, 47. 26.
They go to Elliott again. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Switch it, hey. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott to throw it. And Beasley with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. On 1st and 10, Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Back to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 11 more on that one and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ajayi. Evades the tackler, and now some space. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Ajayi. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll toss it to Ajayi, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really
hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Back to throw. Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Forced out to his left. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Now let's go! Green 39!
Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You'll go 46, 46, 47.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Prescott from the gun. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Get out. Here we go, 46. 26.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On play action, Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, you got 3.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Lorenzo Alexander in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Done.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
You go 46, 46. You go 46. You go 46. 26.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time. I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of him, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under. 26. 26.
A give to Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Prescott now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Austin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go, 48. Here we go, 46. Switch it, hey. 26.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Yeah, not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
46.
Now Dak on the option left. And an alley to run. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Final play of the half. Prescott. Man open left side. It's Williams. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the 2nd half gets underway. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. 2nd half starts with a carry by Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Allen again here on on 2nd and 10. Quick hitch, complete. It's Holmes. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll call that a punt at 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
1st down, Prescott. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Hey, 47. Switch. Here we go, 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go. 4-8.
Prescott on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their 1st drive? They've certainly come out firing even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's coming now. Hey, 47. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Prescott now from the 50. Steps away to his left. He can run. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Bills have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Detroit!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The left side completion to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Now he's forced out left. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Sean Lee. He's the one that runs him down. And my goodness, that will be a huge loss on the play. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now Allen, gotta have this one. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And some room to roam now. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
47.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Here we go, 46. 26. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Bills getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. David Irving in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. One final try here for Allen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And out now come the Cowboys. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Elliott. And 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. But down it's 1st down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide 80. Here we go. Get out. Let's go. Get out. Get out.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Over the middle, he hits Austin. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment.